Assalamualaikum and have a good day. Today, my group want to conduct a mini project about water quality. What is water quality? Water quality describes the condition of water including physical, chemical and biological characteristics, usually with respect to its suitability for a particular reason such as drinking. Physical characteristics are the characteristics of water defined by the appearance, color, odor, and feel by the people experience when they drink or use the water. Next, chemical characteristics are defined in terms of the use and application of chemical in determining the specific water quality parameters. Then, for biological characteristics are referring to the water quality assessment and determination involving living microorganisms such as bacteria. In this project, have three objectives. The first, to propose the significant physical water quality parameters to measure the effectiveness of the design water purification system. Second, to analyze the data and interpret the result of the water quality experiment. Lastly, to work as a team in organizing and carry out experiment and in the preparation of technical report and presentation. In this mini project, we need to propose a water purification system with three different designs of the same purification material. So this is the design that we propose. So you guys want to know how we do this mini project? So let's go. For the raw water sample preparation, first 1 tablespoon of salt was added into 1.5 ml of water. Then the bottle was shaken to the mix of salt and water until the water become cloudy.
So, for design 1, we need to put coarse charcoal for 60 mm, sand for 20 mm and coarse gravel for 70 mm. As you can see here, the first step, there is coarse charcoal, we put it into the bottle. Next, we put a piece of tissue on the top of the layer of charcoal to prevent the sand going through the layer of charcoal. Next, a layer of sand with 20 mm are put into the bottle as a second layer. And finally, a layer of coarse gravel with 70 mm are put as a final layer into the water filter. And here is the design for design 1.
For the second design, cloth was placed inside the bottle as the first layer. Second, 100 ml of coarse charcoal was added as the second layer. Next, a tissue was placed on the top of the coarse charcoal. Then, 30 ml of sand was added as the third layer. 30 ml of coarse gravel was added on the top of the sand as the final layer. The water filter is ready to be tested.
For design 3, firstly, we need to cover the tip of the bottle with cloth. Next, for the first layer, fine charcoal was poured into the bottle for about 50 mm height. For the second layer, sand was poured about 50 mm height
above the charcoal layer. To prevent fine charcoal and sand mix, a layer of tissue paper was placed between both materials. Finally, for the third layer, small gravel was poured into the bottle above the sand layer for about 50 mm height.
After that, we have to pour the synthetic raw water to each of the purification system. Then, we have to measure the effectiveness of the purification system with a suitable parameter. Based on the result, it shows that number 2 has the highest stability. This is because number 2 is slightly opaque compared to the others. This means that number 2 has a lot of particles suspended. For the lowest stability, it goes to number 3. We can see that number 3 are more clear compared to the others. For the color difference, number 3 are very clear compared to number 1 and number 2. And number 2 are more darker compared to the others. Now we have to test the result with the litmus paper to find the pH value. Based on the result that we get from the litmus paper, the pH value for design 3 are 7. For the design 2 is 6 and for the design 1 is 5.